Ah, don't mind me. Just, working on my New Year's resolution. Batman body.
Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing
Year Zero, Gotham, Season 5, Episode 1. And it's going to be a short season. But oh man, is it going to be powerful. So, Year Zero was a storyline in the comics that actually was kind of based on Year One. What happened was when new writers come on, they always like to make a name for themselves. And the biggest name, Grant Morrison, really made a big showing of trying to push his own way of doing things on Batman. So years later, when Tom King took over, he wanted to try to do an homage, but he couldn't just retell Year One. So he did something called Zero Year. It was a kind of interesting take, and I can see where they're kind of going with this, because they're going with proto-Batman still, not full-on Batman. And that's what that story really took place. That was a big Joker story, and it led to this whole big thing, the War of Jokes and Riddles. So you could see a lot of inspiration, but you can also see a lot of no man's land in this and what's going on. All in all, Gotham is one of the better shows, and after watching all the CW ones, I forgot what a dark, gritty one was be like. But before we really unpack everything here, I want to talk about what I do here. What I do is I review stories, mostly ones dealing with comic books or kidified stuff, but at the end of the day, it's really any story, as I get to the heart of all of the stories we tell. If you want to help me out, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, all the things like, and of course, if you really love this content, you can help me make more by being a patron. But we pick up with it being day 80-something, meaning it's been almost 3 months that they've been living in this no man's land hell. And they catch us up rather quickly, and they do it with a little bit of plot-heavy narration, but let's throw this up there and get started.
So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. Ba-da-na-na.
And the inmates are in charge of the asylum. Much like Ra's al Ghul foretold, there is a darkness coming, and pretty much the entire city is a no man's land. Alright, so Jerome is unknown. No one knows where the Joker is. But all the others have carved up little factions for themselves. Bruce and Alfred are still stuck here along with Selina, who is paralyzed currently. And he's still, in proto-bat form. But for right now, there's a few other things going on. Mostly collapse of civilization type things. And to be honest, the ability to make weapons, the ability to keep food and alcohol thriving, makes a lot of sense that those would be the commodities that would keep people in power in this society. The fact that some of these people are really, really bad people, well, that's also to be withstand. The Year Zero and the Year One stories weren't exactly favorable to Selina, so I don't know, maybe her being out of the picture and being operated on is best. But I do wonder what's going to happen with the Siren Club. Now, the Penguin is currently holed up and currently has all the ammo. I did like him doing the whole exchange with the Siren Club. Not quite sure what's going on with Ed, other than, complete mental breakdown in a level that Riddler isn't normally known for. And of course, Gordon himself has to deal with the fact that there is no cavalry, there is no help coming. And as we stand now, we're on the precipice. What type of Batman is Bruce going to be? Obviously, he's going to be one with goggles right now because he's got night vision. I do really like the whole Lucius gave me something better. I don't like the fact that no one thought about the fact that you can't really use night vision someplace where lights are going to come on. That's one of those things that Bruce is going to have to learn. In the comics, his starlight lenses auto-polarize, and I've actually seen military-grade stuff in the real world that does similar, so that when the light hits it, they and change, so that you're not getting the extra light. I wonder, did Batman comics invent that, or was it something that was always in the military? But the point of stories like this is to rip away everything and see what's underneath. What sort of hero or villain you can become. What do you do when the chips are down? Do you grow? Do you retreat? Do you fight all the harder for the things you believe in? Or do you sell out all of the things that you care about? And right now, each of the characters are going through that arc. Tabitha and Barbara have to worry about surviving and protecting others, but so do Bruce and Gordon. And the two ways they do it is very, very different. One of them is trying to be better, be more heroic. The other one is more than willing to sell out everything they believe in. And at the end of the day, that's what makes a hero. Now, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with Ed, but I'm pretty sure stripping away everything that makes him him is also part of this equation. The idea that every character, right now Selena physically, but everyone mentally, is stripped down to the point where you just don't know what they're going to do, how are they going to survive, how they're going to build, or to quote Batman Begins, why do we fall down? To learn to pick ourselves back up. And who exactly gets to rise above is it's a little dark actually, and I like it. Definitely has Batman written all over it. So I guess being that they knew it was the final season and that they only had a handful of episodes or two, they weren't cutting back. They weren't kidding. I mean, all right, so we get a chopper and we get it shot down, and that was, just a bunch of nameless people that, in theory, were a problem. But we have Catwoman, who's currently besieged in the bed and is crippled for life. Of course, then they already hinted at magic with the whole there's a witch that can heal her. But then Tabitha gets stabbed through the heart, physically and metaphorically. I mean, this season is not pulling any punches. And I have to say, it makes Penguin look a little more badass, the fact that he was willing to do that. How many more people on this list are going to fall before it's all said and done? I mean, Bruce and Gordon have to make it out alive. But what about Harvey? What about Lucius? Hell, this world is so different than anyone that we know. Do even Bruce and Gordon have guaranteed scripted immunity for this? Could this Batman die before he even begins? Of course, we're also left with a few unanswered questions. Who has a rocket launcher that can take down a chopper? Who has the ability to face Penguin? How much damage can we do to Penguin's leg? And all of that and more as this final season continues. And I'm curious what you thought, because I was amazed at just how powerful this can be. Now, being the first review I've done of the season, I hope that everyone enjoyed it. Like and share. And of course, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button to join our little community here. And like I said before, if you want to join our Patreon, I want to give a big shout out to those that are. For now, though, I'm just curious what you thought, because in general, this works better when it's a two-way conversation. What do you think's coming up next? Have you heard the same rumors I have? Bane and Shiva and who knows what else? Let me know down in the comment section, and in the meantime, I hope you have a good night, and thanks for watching.